No. 오렌지. 토마토.
토마토,
야채.
야채,
오렌지. 오렌지.
오렌지,
오렌지. 토마토. 야채.
야채,
오렌지,
토마토.
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 사람들이 토마토를 던져요.
사람들이 토마토를 던져요. 던지 is that verb of throwing. Okay, and we look. So just decode this. You look at the verb first. Verb's always at the end. Someone's throwing something. I've got a r object, subject marker. The tomato is the thing being thrown. 사람들 is explicitly plural. As far as the tense options and so on, I always choose the one that's just shortest, fewest letters. People throw tomatoes, or that one is not plural. But since it's multiple people, make it plural too. Vegetable.
야채, 오렌지,
오렌지. 과일.
과일.
Okay, so the basic stop, the one we write as G here, the first sound in this word.
오렌지, 과일.
G is a good letter to use because if it's inside of a word, it'll be a voiced sound often. But in this case, word initially in the standard dialect it's being taught, it's actually not voiceless. Sorry, it's not voiced. To me, it's lightly aspirated voiceless. That's what I hear.
오렌지,
There's also this strongly aspirated and the unaspirated tense.
과일,
Choose the right one. Fruit. 과일.
과일. 오렌지와 접시.
오렌지와 접시. An orange in a plate. The word for and wa also shows up as gua in other cases.
바나나 우유.
Banana. Banana uyu. Banana milk.
고추가 어디에 있습니까?
고추가 어디에 있습니다? Where is the pepper?
고추가
옥수수 수프.
옥수수 soup. Word for soup happens to have su. Oh, that makes it a good member of the liquid class there.
옥수수.
Corn soup. Okay, I think it's corn meaning maize, right? 옥수수 soup.
옥수수 수프.
I hear a sort of slow climb on the tone there. Highly by. Banana milk's a real thing. It's alright. Sounds not overwhelming, according to Leo. He says banana milk is alright, doesn't taste like bananas, and it fails at its goal. Does it taste like milk? Perhaps the less the better. So we get this nice sequence of su syllables, 3, when you string them together like that.
옥수수 수프.
옥수수 soup. Doesn't that sound like a staircase? Okay, you're vegetarian but not vegan, right?
딸기.
Strawberry. 딸기. This is the tense one. It will have no aspiration.
딸기. 딸기.
About the initial sound in this word. The double D letter, or double T. It's a basic form. 딸 on its own would be daughter, right? 달 is the month, moon. A-L. Daughter, female, child. So, get this It's a nice detailed history of the word. Late Old Korean potol. Ancient root for daughter pot, suffix ol, atol. In the Hangul script, first attested in Yongbi Chonga. Chonga. Okay. Evan song. The P to S shift is difficult to explain. Perhaps it simply represents an irregular development, or perhaps the expected cluster pta had already fully merged and was realized in speech only as da. That's the one way of writing that same tensing. An IPA gets a double line below, which was misanalyzed as the surface realization of the cluster sta. Okay.
귤을 어떻게 요리합니까?
This is that, what would we call it? It's another citrus fruit. 어떻게 how? 요리합니까 is cooking. And first word here is marked as the object.
귤을.
Is a tangerine. And this 어떻게 is derived from a verbal root, to be how. Okay, on a verb root means adverbial. On a noun, I think dative meaning, or that's ege. Not vegan, but like to try vegan. Yeah, I find the vegan milk much better tasting myself. 요리합니까? How do you? We're going to add a subject for English. How do you cook? 요리하다, compound verb. 귤을. Tangerine.
귤은 과일입니다.
귤은, same word marked as the topic. 과일입니다. All together without space. 귤은 귤은 space 과일 no space ib spelling 니다 means a tangerine is a fruit. Tangerine topic. 귤은 과일입니다. To be a fruit. So 이다, E being the root, citation form simply 이다. To be doesn't, it always needs something else with it, and it's written onto it without a space, I think. And you call it the verb of identifying and categorizing for those functions. Versus 있다, which means for a thing to exist in a place.
고추.
고추 is a chili pepper. Again.
옥수수.
옥수수, corn.
옥수수.
Now, corn has different meanings in the English-speaking world. I think they mean the American sense, maize. Like the corn on the cob.
딸기는 너무 비쌉니다.
딸기는 너무 비쌉니다. 딸기, strawberries. Topic. Very expensive. There is no word be. We have just this adjectival verb. It's marked for tense, just like any other verb. We'll use an adjective to put it in English. And 너무 could be too expensive or very expensive.
바나나를 커피와 함께 먹습니다.
바나나를 커피와 함께 먹습니다. So we saw
함께.
wa or 과 meaning and, here with rather, together with. 함께 먹습니다 is eating. Banana object 커피와 with, together with coffee. I'm eating.
야채는 맛없습니다.
야채는 맛없습니다. The vegetable topic. Mat opsumnida means good taste is not present. So we'll say tastes bad. 오렌지, 과일,
야채,
What are you in the mood for today, Levi? I should have asked a moment ago. What's been on your mind? Language-wise. Tough crowd in this league. Alright, got some work to do here. Roll up our sleeves. Let's just see what I've not touched in a while. Latin would be one. Let's maybe take a quick tour of some important Korean grammatical words that alternate. We have wa sometimes, and I'm going to use this symbol to mean sort of alternates, varies with qua. So, okay, let me put the meaning there too. And or with. Or nun. Meaning something is the topic. It's signaling the topic. It doesn't mean topic, but marks something as that. And we've seen and rul. Object marker. I may also call it accusative. It's a grammatical label. One of whose the primary form of things that are accusative is to mark an object of a verb. What else do we see there? Gay just has the one form, I think. And we saw it in the meaning adverbial on a verb. Otoke, with aspiration, meaning how. Oto, and then a K. Otoke means how and what way. Oh, yeah. So, right. This isn't directly shown, or it's not easily visible using our Roman letters, that this K embodies the gay here. I think we'll see this one again. Well, we'll go back to Korean in a bit. Alright, ready to do some Latin. We have yet to... Okay, we're past checkpoint 1. Plurals 2 is our place.
Ubi habitatis?
Related to accuse. What is the semantic link? I mean, etymologically related, yes. I think it originated as a mistranslation of the Greek term. But I believe Wiktionary should know. Habitatis. So this is the region where the stem ends. To live, to inhabit a place. And the ending begins, carries the meaning who the subject is. Where do you, plural, live? And from this ubi, meaning where, we have ubiquitous, from the word for everywhere. And habitatis, so that part for the stem, habitation and all of its derivatives, inhabit, cohabit. What else is there? Re-inhabit, habitat, and disheveled is in that family too. For customs and also clothing.
Vos Romae habitatis.
It's a nice locative case. The form looks like a dative for the feminine, but the meaning is in the city. Not all nouns, or most nouns perhaps, don't even have a locative preserved, but place names do. Vos is you plural. You all. And again, live, habitatis, verb, tends to be at the end of the sentence in Latin. In Rome is expressed by the single word Romae.
Vos in foro estis.
You are in the market. In foro, this phrase here means in the market. It's a prepositional, and the foro is one of the 5 basic cases of Latin, namely the ablative. Estis, the tis again marking, you plural meaning.
Vos Romae habitatis.
Mhm.
Vos Romae habitatis. Vos Romae habitatis.
So, our use of capital and lowercase letters was unknown to the Romans. That developed much, much later. To them, they just had the one level of script, what we call capitals.
Domi sumus.
Vocative case here, to, and the verb sumus, we are. At home.
Domi habitamus.
I'm going to make a habit of talking about derivative words. This domi is here again from the last one. So domestic, domino, dominus for the Lord, derivative of this word. Dome also reflects domus for the house. And might also be there in timber. Habitamus, we live, shown by the ending. We don't need a word for we. At home, kind of a meaningless sentence. In foro, summus would be the highest. Clashes here with the grammar, but sumus, we are. You're in the market.
Nos domi habitamus.
Nos, we, habitamus, we live, domi, at home.
In urbe studetis.
Urbe studetis. You study, you plural. In urbe, in the city, ablative. Here, the consonant stem word. Bit smaller class of nouns, smaller in terms of number of members. In a consonant stem noun, the final e or a.
Urbe.
Urbe. You study in Rome. Romae studetis is the kernel of it. Yeah, just those two will do.
Romae studetis.
You study. By the way, studere in Latin is intransitive. The thing studied will be in the dative case. You study, and then locative in Rome. We nos in Italia, ablative, habitamus. We study, here we'll see it. Litteris Latinis studemus is what we need. And number 2, nos litteris Latinis, dative plural. So it's like we are concerned about Latin letters or literature. We are not in Rome. Romae non sumus. You could have the pronoun nos there as well. You live in Italy. I think we're doing plural. Habitatis. In Italia habitatis. There we go. So, Italia would have a long final vowel for the ablative of the feminine. In Italia habitatis. Where are you? Ubi estis. Vos ubi estis. You are at home. Domi estis. Nice. Voices of the past. Yeah, I do believe so. I mean, you have your bits of Sanskrit in Hindi and Arabic. I mean, it's kind of unbroken. Ancient. Yeah, it gets you to the 7th century. I don't really know when the earliest things were that we would call Arabic. So that's ancient. And I think an unbroken tradition, Chinese, arguably. I know what you mean, but yeah, Latin's the only one that is no longer spoken in this form for now. Stay here a bit longer.
Quoth discipulos habetis.
Quotient has this root. Disciple,
Quote.
discipline for student. From the word for student. Now this looks a bit like that verb of living, habitare, but it's habere. So the stem is habe. Means have. Looks like our word have, but they're not actually related. How many disciples? How many students? Accusative, plural. Habetis do you all have?
Quod filias habetis?
So the thing or person had in the accusative, filias, plural, many daughters do you have? And the filia, that root we have in affiliate, affiliation, not a huge number of words, but well-known ones. How many daughters do you have? And this is one where you've got a pair of nouns, a feminine marked one, and filius, it would be filios here, meaning sons.
Discipulos habemus.
So we have students.
Filios habemus.
Male plural. We have sons.
Multos filios habetis.
But these go alike at the end, multos filios. It's in the same case and they're in the same noun class. Habetis, you all have many. So of course multiple, multiply, multiple words from this multo root. You have many sons.
Quod puellas docetis?
Do we have any English derivatives of this puella word? Docere, to teach, we have with doctrine, doctor also. How many daughters? How many girls? Girls in the accusative object form. How many girls do you teach? I think that should be a dative instead.
Pueros et puellas docemus.
Puer, nominative for boy. We have in pueral. Seems like there's one or two others. But boyish, pueral. So we've got male and female, accusative, plural forms, boys and girls. We teach them. We teach boys and girls. How many daughters do you have? Quod filias habetis?
Multas puellas docetis.
These two rhyming, also multas puellas, accusative, plural. You all teach many girls. You save the daughters. Filias servatis.
Multos pueros docemus.
Many boys, we teach them. You teach many girls. Multas puellas docetis. We teach many boys. Many multos pueros docemus. We have a teacher, magistrum habemus. We teach many sons, multos filios docemus. You have many sons. Object first sounds more natural. And it's two words, many, and then sons, filios, rhyming. You have, we'll do habe as the stem, tis the ending. You teach, docetis. Again, doctor. Docent. From that docere root. fish. 생선.
계란, 소고기,
소고기. So is the cow, is that right? Beef, cow meat.
생선,
생선. Okay, beef. 고기, general.
고기,
meat.
생선,
소고기,
소고기.
생선과 빵,
과, one of the forms meaning and. And this one comes if the noun ends in a consonant, you get a consonant initial. So it's fish and bread.
소고기,
소고기.
고기,
고기.
계란,
고기.
고기, 고기,
치즈와 우유,
치즈와 우유. Cheese and milk.
닭고기,
닭고기. 닭 is the chicken. Chicken meat.
왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니까?
왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니다. 왜 돼지고기, the meat of pig.
돼지고기는
Pork. Not tasty. So way is pretty close in sound to the word why. Easy one to remember. Why? And then the topic marked pork. Why is pork such that it is not tasty? Not port. Why is pork? 있습니다. Silly me. Okay.
저는 달걀이 좋습니다.
저는 달걀이 will be the sound. 좋습니다.
달걀이
Okay, specifically the chicken egg, right? 달걀. 달걀이 좋습니다. As for me, eggs are good. I like eggs.
계란은 맛있습니다.
계란은 맛있습니다. Eggs are tasty. With different words for eggs there.
저는 달걀이 좋습니다. 저는 달걀이 저는 달걀이 좋습니다. 좋습니다.
I enjoy eggs.
아침으로 닭고기를 먹읍시다.
아침으로 by means of breakfast. 닭고기를 chicken meat 먹입시다. Okay, is that a request showing subject honorific?
아침으로 닭고기를 먹읍시다.
Eat chicken for breakfast. If you go phrase by phrase backwards through the Korean, you get a pretty good English one here. For breakfast, those three phrases. Let's. Shida, okay. Mok, the root of eating, and then shida, chain of suffixes. 먹읍시다.
생선하고 계란,
생선하고 계란. Fish and chicken. Eggs.
저 아이는 치즈를 먹어요.
Steak heavy lesson here. 저 아이는 means that child over there. 치즈를 먹어요. Eats cheese.
소고기,
소고기 for beef.
저는 소고기를 먹지 않아요.
저는 소고기를 먹지 않아요. I do not do the eating of beef. Kind of a word for word translation. We will just say I don't eat beef.
왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니까?
왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니다.
왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니까? 왜
That's the words run together. This one
돼지고기는 왜 돼지고기는 맛있습니까?
is pretty delicious.
아침으로 닭고기를 먹읍시다.
Let's eat this
먹읍시다.
chicken meat
아침으로
breakfast.
생선하고 계란,
생선하고 계란, chicken, no, fish and eggs. I don't think you'd use this word 계란 for fish eggs, I bet.
Quid facitis?
What do you do, or are you doing?
Unde venitis?
So we saw ubi earlier, just a general where, if it's static, not moving around. Unde means from where. Venitis, venire. Here, the stem of the verb ends, I would say, yeah, the E is included with the stem. I can't highlight it for some reason. Veni, and then the ending tis. From where do you come? Whatever you say in your human speech.
Venitis ab urbe?
Tis ab urbe.
Urbe.
You all come from the city, ablative. And this ab, okay, let's find English derivatives of all of them. Advent, convention, convene, anything where ven means come. Ab, we have an absolute, ablative. What's more familiar though? Abrasive, abominable, and urbe, of course, in urban, suburban, and so on. Venitis ab urbe.
Patrem visitamus.
Patrem, the father, like patriarchy. Patron. Visitamus, we visit. We just took that word wholesale from Latin. The stem ends in the a, and mus shows that we is the subject. We visit father. Could mean the father, a father.
Quo imus?
Two of our English words, to where, expressed by one, quo. Where are we going? Or we can just drop the two.
Vos domum itis.
You go home. Vos ad forum itis.
Nos Roma venimus.
This is ablative from Rome. It's not the subject. We, nos is the subject, come from Rome.
Nos iter facemus.
Iter is a road or way. In its expression, we make a journey.
Nos visitatis.
We visit. Oh, you visit us. Oops. You visit me. Me visitatis. We go, nos imus. We're making a journey, iter facimus. Where are you coming from? Unde venitis? Unde? Do we have any English derivatives? Unde, from where? Where are you making a journey? Quo iter facitis. We are now coming to the city ad urbem, nunc ad urbem venimus. We visit relatives. What do we have there? Familiares visitamus. Vos ad forum can agree itis. I feel like that's what I picked. This is kind of worrisome. How am I supposed to get this right?
Nos visitatis.
So nos can mean we can also mean us. The subject is betrayed by the verb. You, plural, visit. Nos must be the object, us. Vos ad forum itis. Okay. Yeah, let's go touch that out.
Nos amatis.
Nos. Okay, again, the subject is shown on the verb. You love. Nos means the object here.
Nos matrem nostram visitamus.
So these two words form a phrase together. Mother of ours. We visit our mother. The nostrum we have in Nostratic Nostradamus, meaning our, belonging to us. Matrem would be there in matriarchy. What other English words have maternal, matrilineal?
Femina nostram urbem visitat.
Feminam, what?
Femina nostram urbem visitat.
Urbem. Alright, here the vowels don't match in this phrase, but the M's there show that they're connected. Our city, nostrum urbem, visitat. She visits our city.
Femina nostram urbem visitat. Vinum velitis.
You would like. You plural. Wine. Object.
Patrem nostrum visitamus.
Patre. Yeah, we talked about. We've seen these. We visit, as shown by the verb. Patrem nostrum, our Father. The nominative singular of that is the name of a famous prayer. Is the language. So we have your patrem, using the hyphen to show where the stem ends, suffix begins. Nostrum, I would segment like that. That's accusative for the object, and then pater with a zero ending. Noster, also no ending, would be the nominative. These all mean our Father. Just in different cases. Because the noster is modifying the noun. It's got to agree with it, so they will inflect together parallel.
Femina discipulas nostras visitat.
So the only nominative form is that first word, the woman. That makes her the subject. Discipulas nostras are the object. Visitat, she visits. Nostras, our. Discipulas, they are female. We won't reflect that in our English translation, that the students are also female. It's shown by this vowel.
Duo crustula velimus.
Velimus, we would like. Duo is the masculine or neuter form. To crustula, accusative plural, cookies. It's a neuter now. Femina discipulas nostras. They rhyme. Visitat.
Vos amamus.
Amamos, we love vos, you.
Filios nostros amamos.
Amamos, filios nostros, our sons. You love us, nos amatis. You would like our books, libros nostros velitis. So from this libros, liber word for book, library of course. Libel also is from that root. Levi says, can you talk a little about the word order? Verb final. Ad forum nunc visitamus. Why does the prepositional phrase come first? Well, it doesn't have to. A good question, though. Levi. Yeah. Because your things are case marked, all your nouns and adjectives and determiners, you can really juggle things around a lot. Well, either inflected as an adverb. No, I wouldn't say that's an inflected word. That one too, as in English, moves around into certain places. We put our adverbs either first or sort of near the verb, very close to the verb, or at the end of the sentence in English. And these aren't native speakers composing these sentences, so take it all with cum grano salis, grain of salt. What would you like, girls? Quod velitis quellae. Quid velitis. Quod is the relative, quid absolute. Okay. Do we have any derivatives of quid? Maybe. Oh yeah, quid pro quo. This is that word. What for what? Alright, word order though is requested. So far I think all we've seen is object verb, maybe with something intervening. Okay, vocative. That's like a case. Vocative means it's a noun when you turn to someone and address them. The noun form that you would use here, or the use of the word in any case. It's not a syntactic participant in the action, but the person one is speaking to. Quellae, girls. You love our book. We'll put verb last. Librum nostrum, or nostrum librum. Either way, amatis. It wouldn't be ad forum nunc visitamus also. I don't think. You visit a person, not to a place. Is my feeling there. Not a native speaker either, but that strikes me as a lot. You visit our mother. Matrem. It's a consonant stem. Nostram. So it's not matram, even though it's feminine, because the stem just ends in a consonant sound R. This stem ends in that vowel A. And it's just M that's added. Matrem nostrum. Our mother, you visit. We love our daughters. So object first. Filias nostras. Same noun class, so they rhyme. And they're together in a noun phrase, so they harmonize. We love them, amamos. We would like books. So that's accusative plural, libros. We would like them is velimos. Okay, let's see what has been. Oh, you know what? I would like to do some Scottish Gaelic, I thought.
Chanil Gaelic donna.
Gaelic donna. Chanil it is not. Gaelic donna. Gaidlig donna. It's not bad. Donna.
Cacht agus ballach.
Right, so the voiceless letters there, CT, very strongly aspirated sounds in both positions, initial and coda.
Ceacht agus bailach.
And raising and rounding of the final in balach. A cat and a boy. I think Sanskrit balam for boy or first. Does it have balaka? But balam looks like a reasonable cognate there.
Much agus calach.
Pig, ayas, and
Much calach.
what is kalak? A girl, huh?
Much agus cú.
Pig and a dog. Much ayas ku. This is a duck. Shaw. Lacha. Tunnak.
Ha column agus eli snock.
Okay, so here the word order gets really interesting, different from English. Our subject is in the middle, same
Eli.
conjoined. Callum and Ellie. At the beginning of the sentence, the verb is ha, and snock at the end completes the thought. They are nice. They would say they isn't. They are nice. Okay, so here actually Gaelic is a bit like Esperanto and the Norse languages, having just a single, single verb form throughout the paradigm.
Cú.
Ku, the dog. C and long U. Ku.
Ceacht agus much.
Cacht ayas much.
Bailach.
Balach.
Ha Gaelic ma.
Gaelic is good. Ha Gaelic ma. I like it. Or it is good. Yeah. Seo callum ayas tunnak. Ayas tunnak.
Cearc agus pishak.
So that shot one that we just saw would be a verbless sentence, I'd say. Kerk, chicken, and pishak, kitten.
Seo anna agus cearc.
Shot on the ayas kerk. This is Anna and a chicken.
Ha ili mór.
Ha ili more, subject in the middle. Ha is more big.
Seo cearc.
The verbless one, this and chicken. This is a chicken.
Ha ili snock.
Eli snock. Eli is. Ellie is nice.
Carriage agus bó.
Cottage, friend. Yes, and boo, a cow. Voiceless stops are aspirated due to English influence. Voiceless stops. No, it doesn't sound very English to me. I don't know of an English acts. There might be some, I mean, other than Scots, that would devoice that strongly. Icelandic has something similar going on. And what else? I think they're just doing their own thing, though.
Carriage agus cú.
In a sense, it's H and a coda, which English doesn't really have. Cottage ayas ku, a friend and a dog.
Calach agus cat.
Kalak is what again? An animal. I can't write. Is it a kitten? No.
Agus. Calach.
Girl. Alright, Colleen probably related the Irish word. Kalak, maybe a different suffix here. A girl and a cat.
Ha Gaelic snook.
Gaelic is nice. Hagalig snok.
Chanil Gaelic donna.
Chanil Gaelic donna.
Chan.
Negative
Il.
B. Chanil. Okay, and will might be connected there, and the neque for the cha. Chanil.
Chanil Gaelic donna.
Gaelic is not bad. Weather.
Guhach.
Fwyd.
Forward. Nice and dark quality there. Forward, nothing palatal.
Scohach.
Gohach.
Fwyd.
Forward.
Guhach.
Gehach.
Scohach.
Evili dorachanish.
A vil for unwill. A vili dorcha anish. Dorcha. A vili, is it dark now? Right?
Evili dorachanish.
Raised a from a vili.
Evili dorachanish.
Dorcha anish. So avil together for the verb phrase, and to be, a pronoun. Is it dark? And then anish for now. So is it dark now? Yeah, word for word like ours. Is it?
Hai ferachkin bla.
Verachtin, right?
Hai ferachkin bla.
Verachtin,
Hai ferachkin bla.
blah. So is he in? Is feeling. Verachtin.
Fadachgin. Fadachgin.
Hai ferachkin bla.
So it's written a D here,
Fadachgin.
but I hear a G and a Ginye. Fadachginye. Blah. Warm?
Bla.
He is feeling warm. And so, word for word, is he in the state of feeling warm?
Chanelu a ferachkin bla. Chanelu a ferachkin bla.
Verachtin.
Fadachgin.
Blah.
Bla.
So this is the negative, is not you in the feeling warm. You are not feeling warm.
Hai gemafuer.
Fwyd.
So, too good cold. It is really cold. Hai gemafuer.
Hai gemafuer.
Mafuer.
Hai gemafuer.
Gemafuer.
Hai garafamwy.
Hai garov.
Hai garafamwy.
Hai garavamui. This looks like warm, but
Garaf.
then
Mwy.
outside. It's rough outside.
Hai garafamwy.
Hai garavamui.
Ha.
Hai garafamwy.
So we insert a matching vowel there into garav. It matches the main vowel. When R meets a V, garav, and then other clusters like that too. Amui. This is a fricative and it's palatable.
Mwy.
Mui at the end.
Grianoch.
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 It is really dark. Ha-i Gumach dorcha. 하호 gemacht durch. Hai gemacht durch. I don't recognize ho. Hai gemacht durch. Is it too good dark? Blah means flower. Very different from warm. Interesting.
Scarhach.
Skahach.
Scarhach.
Skrahal.
Braho.
Ski.
Ski.
Skrysal.
Skisal.
Scarhach.
Is it really sunny? I will gemacht grianach.
Dorcha. Dorcha.
It is cold outside. Ha-i. Cold. Voor amui.
High scoch.
It is sunny. Cloudy. Skoach.
High scoch.
I'm not feeling cold. Chanil. Me. And cold voor. Afarach gin voor. It is really cloudy. Ha-i. Gumach. Skoach. Hi gumach skoach.
High scoch.
Alright, let's take a quick break. Jump back over to Korean. Oh, silly me.
파스타,
감자, 샌드위치,
Sandwichi. Those final two, wichi, also mean position. 감자.
샌드위치, 파스타,
감자,
감자,
Potato. 파스타.
파스타. 케이크를 던지십시오.
케이크를 던지십시오. Throw the cake. Okay, object marking. Here with this 를. Here's again for reference. 케이크를, it's the only noun phrase there. It's the object, so it gets 를.
던지십시오.
That's the verb throw. As we're seeing there in Latin, third word order. It's first the object, but the verb following.
저에게 설탕을 주세요.
설탕. Okay. 저에게, toward me. 설탕을, this is the other form, that same marker. 저에게 설탕을 주세요. Please give me the sugar.
후추 샌드위치,
후추, pepper, 샌드위치. 호주, Australia, 후추, pepper.
설탕과 후추,
설탕과, so sugar and
설탕과 후추, 설탕과 후추.
저는 매일 파스타를 먹어요.
저는 매일 파스타를 먹어요. I eat pasta every day. Every day.
감자 샌드위치,
Potato sandwich.
설탕 케이크,
설탕 케이크.
바나나 케이크가 있습니까?
케이크가 있습니다. Marked as a subject. This compound here, banana cake. And the verb, does it exist in a place, means is there. Banana cake. And as far as the compounds involved,
케이크가
same order of constituents, head last.
샌드위치,
Banana cake is a kind of cake, not a kind of banana. 샌드위치.
케이크는 맛있어요.
케이크는 맛있어.
맛있어요.
Cake is delicious.
파스타.
There is pepper in the soup. Alright, we're gonna produce this in Korean. We're gonna have these nouns in a different order. First we'll mention the place where. So soup. Soup. For this keyboard, use a capital for the aspirate. And we're talking about its existence. We use the subject marker, in this case, ga. Oh, soup. No. A is the place. Soupu에 pepper huchu. That's the subject. Huchu. Ga. And Levi, I think here too in Korean you could get different word orders depending on what was more prominent, what you were wanting to emphasize. Is it pepper first in the soup or soup first with pepper in it? And then exist in a place is sum, spelled with a B, nida. And this one, so I have confused it a lot with ida. The other verb is be, because this one means there is. Yeah, different verbs in Korean, you can get a little confused. So the difference is 있습니다. This one is about location of a thing in a place, location or existence. And what else? Oh, it's an independent word. It's got a space before it, unlike ida. I only eat potato as a meal. So the main verb is eat. That's going to come last. We can put the eater first. 저는. Let's use the word bank.
저는
as a meal, 식사로
식사로
potato 감자만
감자만
먹습니다.
먹습니다.
Yeah, I was gonna go with something like 감자를 먹지만 or something. 먹기만. Blah, right?
Guhach. Chi.
Scarhach.
The TH is basically a H sound, and the palatal E is mutating the T.
Chi.
Nachiliadin.
Nachil E, isn't it? Alinea, love it.
Arling.
Ha I grate y mwy.
Reach outside. Ha I grande. It is something outside.
Grande.
Horrible, ugly.
Ha I grate y mwy.
Grande a muy. Horrible outside. I am not from Edinburgh. I am from Glasgow. So the negative to be Chanil,
Chan. Il.
me,
Me.
and from Hanan, or just Dunijin.
Agin.
Dunijin. Hami.
Ha. Me. Glasgow.
Glasgow. Kind of like the Latin up. Could also be a sometimes to mean from.
Nach iliadin. Il.
E.
I.
Allen.
Is not it lovely?
Ha Marcely y ferach gyn fŵr.
So, is Marjorie in feeling cold? That's the declarative. She is telling me that she is feeling cold.
Ha Marcely y ferach gyn fŵr.
Ferach gyn fu.
Nach. Nach.
It's like a fusion word. I wonder. Marjorie is feeling warm, so ha Marcely a ferach gyn blah.
Chi.
She.
Chi.
Oops. It's not warm at all. It is horrible. Hai grande. Gaan jullie blah ietsje? Hai grande.
Nach ili gyma flwch.
Wet.
Vlug.
Isn't it really wet? Isn't it really? Nachili gumach fluch.
Nach ili gyma flwch.
Gumach fluch. Fluch. Isn't it lovely? Chanili aling. Nachili. Oh, nachili.
Ha michot chi.
I am.
Cho chi.
If I do say so myself. So. It is wet and horrible now. Ha-i fluich. Fluch. Ayes. Fluch. Ayes grande anish.
Ha Marcely gyma chi.
Gumach chi. It's really hot.
Chi.
Ha Marshali a farchtin fuer.
Chi.
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 Chi. Alright. This is Scottish Gaelic that we're working on right now. Which is one of the more recently opened up ones. What languages are you particularly interested in, the Lost Heaven? Because we're doing them all here. If this is your first time, the plan is to learn everything we can from Duolingo. A professor. I get a sick person. Medicus, a doctor. Pecunia, money. Our word fee is related. Medicus.
Professor Eiger non scribit.
So these could be two separate nouns, the professor and the ill man, ill person. But since they're both the same gender and number, masculine singular, they belong together. The sick professor. Eiger is just an adjective here. Professor non scribit does not write. Pecunia medicus Eiger.
Marcus pecuneam non habet.
Non habet does not have money. Subject or
Marcus.
in the nominative. Object verb.
Puellae sanae in ludum eunt.
Lesanae, healthy girls. Oh, yeah, girls. In ludum. Into the school, or to school. Eunt, they go.
Ratiocinatores olivas numerant.
Keepers count olives. Keep olives, count olives.
Tu medicam sanas.
You heal the doctor. Sanas, we have insane and insane and sanatorium. Sanity. Medicam would be the female accusative form. Tu is our word thou, you.
Ratiocinatores olivas numerant.
She said radio, the radio counters. Olivas, accusative plural. Numerant, they count them. We have the word number from this Latin verb. Numerus, numerare. Noun and verb existed.
Femina aegra ad medicum it.
These two rhyme. They have the same ending. They're in the same noun class, and they belong together in a phrase. The sick woman. Ad medicum. So it's not an object, but a destination shown by a prepositional phrase. To the doctor she goes. It there at the end is the verb. To the doctor. The doctor makes the professor healthy. Medicus professorum sanat. Sanum facit makes healthy. Healthy girls, subject, puellae sanae, go to school ad ludum eunt. In ludum. In with an accusative would really be into the school. We love doctors. Medicos it would be amamus. Or medicas, female. You heal the doctor. Medicum, medicam, sanas. We heal the sick boys. Pueros, aegros, sanamus. The bookkeepers count olives. Ratiocinatores olivas numerant.
Ratiocinatores olivas numerant.
Count and olives. Subject, object, verb. Ager, field. Edificium, we have the word edifice and edifying that are related. Stage, skyna, from Greek. C in classical Latin was always a K sound, skyna.
Histrio et medicus sunt aegri.
Histrio, I believe this one comes from Etruscan, this word. The actor and medicus, the doctor. Sunt aegri, are ill. Architectus. Agricola. So it's got the I ending, but this is a masculine noun. It's an exceptional class.
Ubi sunt agri tui?
Ubi, where? Sunt, are. So different word order here, Levi, in the question. Ubi agri tui sunt, I'm sure it would be just fine. Whoever's composed this sentence for us has moved the WH word with the verb to the front. Where are your field? So one feature of Latin poetry was that it would take phrases like this, agri tui, and break them up, have other things intervening. So that listening to the sentence, you had to, it was like juggling lots of balls, it's keeping a lot of threads straight. It's hard for non-native speakers to get at a single reading or a single hearing.
Quot architecti sunt in edificio?
How many Here, nominative plural architects are sunt in edificio in the building.
Scaenai sunt in teatro.
Stages are, and in these existential or locative constructions, it likes to put the verb esse
Sunt.
in the middle for the prepositional phrase. But in teatro sunt, I think, is perfectly good Latin. Stages are in this teatro from Greek, for the theater. So skyna is the source of our word scene, also from Greek. Sunt. Well, English doesn't have derivatives there. Our word in is the cousin of this. It happens to look just like the Latin, just like long. Looks like longus, teatro. Oh, this is the ablative case, the place in which.
Multas scaenas construis.
You build. Construis, this is the you singular form. The verb construct. Multas scaenas, many stages.
Domum construis.
Domum, the accusative object form. Construis, you build. Object, verb.
Agricolae agros numerant.
Agros numerant. Agricolae, the farmers. Numerant, count. Object, oh, not agros, agros, fields. Actors are in the theater. Histriones sunt in teatro. So something like this doesn't break the rule of preferring object before verb, because in teatro is not an object. The architects build buildings. I would call it a complement of esse. Architecti aedificia construunt. Farmers count the fields. Agricolae agros numerant. Actor and doctor are sick. Histrio et medicus agri sunt. Sunt, not aigri. Again, not an object here, so they'll put sunt in the middle. Stages, scaenae, sunt in teatro. You build, we'll put the object first. Multas scaenas construis. So very many Latin verbs have a prefix, which we have, this kind of word we've taken a lot of into English. Construct is related with destroy, with you replace the prefix with another. Instruct is there. Reconstruct, deconstruct, of course. What is there particular interest in at the moment? Ukrainian. Yeah, let's do that.
Моє місто.
Misto, my city. Moje misto. Miasto.
Чиє це село?
Czyje? Czyje це село? Czyje, whose?
Село.
Village is this? I wonder if this tse
Село.
C or chi Esperanto thing. So we're doing Ukrainian now. Add that to the list. The possessive form of the pronoun.
Чиє.
Czyje.
Моє село.
Moje selo, my village. Moje selo.
Місто тут, а село там.
Misto тут is here.
Тут.
City is here. A selo tam, and the city, no, the village Tam is there. Verbless sentence.
Так, тут є студенти. Так, тут є
Studenti.
студенти.
Studente.
Так, тут є студенти.
Stop. Yes. Тут є existential. There are here. Okay. Here there are.
Так, тут є студенти.
So this special letter, interesting because it has a y onset, unlike the Cyrillic for Russian. I think. Oh, it's that one's looking the other direction. Okay. Do you right? Let me get my Russian keyboard. This. Looks that way. Eta, but here we had the yeah, this one. So different letters. Do you drink?
Ви
Piete.
п'єте.
Piete. Juice. Seek.
Сік. І
Молоко.
молоко.
Locked together. Thanks.
Так, там є люди.
Yes. There is. Люди, people. There are people. German Leute.
Люди.
People there. We can say. So English can use two words pronounced there. One is actually a pointing word. This one works with be to talk about the existence of the thing. Do you drink milk? Pijete.
Ви
Pijete.
п'єте
Молоко.
молоко.
Where is my meat? Где мое мясо? Где мое
Моє
мясо?
м'ясо.
Мясо. So you see a little apostrophe in the drinking verb and in the word for meat. Мясо, but piete. Oh, here we go again. Drinking. Do you drink juice?
Ти п'єш
Пьешь. Пьешь juice is seek.
сік.
City, місто.
Місто. Тут
Село.
село. Там
Whose milk? Чиє?
чиє
Чиє молоко?
молоко.
Це.
Це
Чиє це молоко? Молоко. Так.
так.
Туди
Тут є
є студенти.
студенти.
Студенти. Okay, it was чиє ці чиє
Чиє це молоко.
Okay, let us do another Gaelic. Then I think Esperanto, and then call it an evening. Pets, what am I thinking?
Luch.
Luch.
Bronach.
Sorry, it's like sorrowful.
Ian.
Ian, bird. Ian in Irish. Luch.
Luch.
Ha luch snook.
Is nice. Is mouse nice?
Show Peter.
Show, this is peta, a pet.
Chanil much akam.
means there is not a pig at me. I don't have a pig. Ha luch big. A mouse is small.
Siew, kulań,
This is xiu.
kulań.
Okay, derivative of ku for dog. This is a puppy. That ku word is very, very old. The Scottish Gaelic word ku, dog, is related to our word hound. Latin canis, as in canine. Greek kuon, as in cynic. And what else is this? Yeah, cynic. Kuon kunos. Sanskrit shvan, we saw in that yoga lesson. Shvan is the base form for a dog. Shwa in the nominative. Quite a nice Indo-European family of words there. Kuyan, so
Ha e bria.
Briyaha.
Ha e bria. E
He or it.
bria.
So the br, their initial, can we call the br of pretty. Briya.
Ha mi bria. Ha mi bria.
Briya. Think a lightly articulated fricative there.
Ian.
In
Ian.
was a bird. A pet and a friend. Pehta is courage.
Ha Ian big.
Bird is small. Hanil pehta agam. There is not a pet to me, at me. I do not have a mouse. Hanil luch agam. Sha kulan. What was that? Kuilean. Just one in. Kulian. Kilian.
Mia talenta patro estas gardisto.
Talenta, it's gotta be an adjective. My talented father is gardisto. It's a soldier, policeman, or something. The guard. Talenta.
Via ideo estas tre originala.
Via ideo, your idea, estas tre very originala.
Mia talenta patro estas gardisto.
Mia talenta patro estas gardisto.
Ĉu ŝi dancas kun muziko?
Ĉu ŝi dancas kun muziko? Does she dance with music?
Tio estas la plej bona originala albumo de la jaro.
Play bona, the most good. So tio, this, right? Or that? This or that?
Tio.
And it's neuter, non-human, and a noun. That is the best original albumo. Album. de la jaro. Of the year. Nice.
La dancisto dancas la dancon.
Dancisto, the dancer, danzas la danzon. Okay, so these endings carry grammatical information.
Danzas.
Is for verb, present tense. Shows us that this noun is the object. Dance is the dance.
Pro la longa concerto, mi ne povis vespermanĝi.
Hey, how's it going? I'm good, how are you? I'm actually about to call it a night. Started pretty late today, but is there anything you'd like to see or want to talk about before I log off? Pro la longa concerto, for the long concert, mi ne povis vespermanĝi. Oh, because of, due to. Yeah, we're pretty peaceful. Not too much action, but hopefully a bit more lively tomorrow or next time you join us. Because of the long concert. Gracias. Mi ne povis, past tense. I couldn't. I couldn't. Vespermanĝi, have dinner.
La talenta muzikisto ludas modernan muzikon.
La talenta muzikisto, the talented musician, ludas, present, plays, modernan muzikon. So a for an adjective in there, o for a noun. Modern music.
Kiam la muzikistoj komencos la koncerton?
Is it when? Kiam? When do the musicians start the concert? This way, yeah, we did some Gaelic. This is Esperanto. You got it. Yeah, I get a kick out of it because it's so whimsical what they chose to combine or to pick from each language. When do the musicians start the concert? Comenzos. Oh, not present, but future. When will? My friend was a dancer. It's going to be Mia. Friend. Amico was estis dancisto. Yeah.
Tiu blua kaj violkolora pentraĵo estas tre originala.
Tiu, pointing. That. Oh. Tiu seems suspicious. I'm troubled by it somehow. Blua kai violcolora, blue and purple pentraggio painting. Estas tre originala is very original. That is the best original album of the year. Albumo is the only one there with album.
Kio estas la nomo de ilia lasta albumo?
Ilia lasta albumo. Okay, kio what is la nomo, the name, de ilia of their last album. Kio estas la nomo de ilia lasta albumo? Does she dance? Ĉu she dancas con la muziko? Aŭ ĉu she dancas kun muziko? That is an album of their concert. Tio estas Un albumo, no, just albumo de ilia concerto. Estas albumo. She is very talented. She estas tre talenta in music and dance. She tre talentas pri musico kaj danco. Oh, okay. Be talented as a single verb. That's pretty original. When will the musicians start? Comenzos. It'll be. Kiam la muzikistoj komencos la koncerton. That dancer, tiu dancisto, sometimes, foje, in French, fois, ne povis, could not, danci, dance. Foje ne povis danci. Cool. That dancer, tiu dancisto, estas tre, skill, talenta. Lerta. Don't recognize that. Tiu dancisto estas tre lerta. Okay, we'll look this up with some word origin. Solerte. Skillful. Very original coinage. Drop the first syllable. Does this come from solers? Unbroken skill. What a cool one. Looks like a Bahuvrihi compound. Someone having unbroken skill is skillful. Solers. Solus. See how these rabbit holes go. Sarva. Solnos. Holos in Greek. The whole, the entire. That's behind, in a sense, this lerta of Esperanto. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time.